Right, so image recorders, fair play to you, from a jammed recorder. Take recording easier screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, okay. Right, so Kishta for art for you, Giovanni, we would from a jammed recorder, so not to the Gurkha shot, just from a free Kishta shot, and one of that, the end of text ago, I guess, cut him on for a grugut, okay. So Kishta for art, yeah, charge you're going, so to +4 microcoulombs, I guess the +2 microcoulomb charge you're going, Sean. That's 4 centimeter, only hella. So to make that in a hard just I guess to make getty charge at a lebally, so shin charge C, a horse at a 0.1 20 centimeters, so shin 0.1 meters, I guess 0.1 meters between the two charges. Okay. Now, so here wrote the kind of job room na gene electric field strength at a egg C Marial and +4 microcoulomb charge. So gene electric field strength sent Marial or shunt. So she had wrote up image more. So these tasks can go shin E quadrumla Q is gun 4 pi permittivity da R squared. Okay, so it's the linear formula. I guess the shin quadrumla. So it reached you to charge is 4 microcoulomb charge, so 4 by 10 to the power -6 coulombs. Is gun 4 pi. Permittivity the vacuum is 8.9 by 10 to the power -12. I guess it reached if FOD is 0.1 meters. I guess this is squared. Okay, I guess now by much more, very soon doing figure at 3.5765 by 10 to the power of minus or 10 to the power of 6 newtons per coulomb. Okay, to the right. So Guji and Yas. Okay, so shouldn't charge or shouldn't electric field strength so to enforce a call the ballast in. Okay, now making to a canal and shan, so E egg C Marialer a +2 microcoulomb charge. So the reach image in a shafunition, Jane force to take a Sabala Ella. Okay, so the reach test going in quadrumla Q is going 4 pi permittivity to R squared, which the quadrumla 4 by 10 to the power or 2 go minus into cash up 2 by 10 to the power of -6 is going 4 pi reached permittivity to vacuum 8.9 by 10 to the power of -12 midifa 0.1 squared faster. There's the shinna gober ma egg 1.7883, which is lesho because the shin we're in this mona shin, so therefore what enforce a balance 3.5765, then the shall go to lesson by 10 to the power of 6 newtons per coulomb. Guji and clay. Okay, so there's the shin chance going to measure quite the total field intensity at sea. So it reached so Rimshe Lectra Homeland XE. Okay, I'm just going to walk you through this a little bit. Like I said, so test going when we kind of win. So with the Senegal balancing, so American you was a boy with the force that 3.576 or 3.5765 by 10 per 6 could you yes, I think Canela got gene clay, but kind of win you mass Canela. So it reached you to 3.5765 by 10 to the power of -6 minus 1.7883 by 10 to the power of -6 or 10 to the power of 6 +6. The solution figure doing the 1.7882 in Sakesha by 10 to the power of 6 newtons per coulomb. Okay, agus a rééis an force towards the 2, because an force seo níos mó an cean seo, it's towards the 2 microcoulomb charge. Okay, so a rééis chuig, so just an ceint go scríonnta sin síos, so chuig an plus 2 microcoulomb locht. Okay, a hanna you okay listen? Now, just len ceiste chríú, so just what's to give very boring shot, just like chríú sin. So during sin on the part in ceist, what is the force on a charge of 5 microcoulombs placed at this point? So we're should 5 microcoulombs ag punches in sin. So Jane forces the colibert. Okay, so a reached can you come equal force cosmla electric field strength made the fun locked. So we raised the shin cosmonaut now an electric field strength of going total 1.7882 by 10 to the power of 6. I guess to the goal of shin fun charge. So the charge is 5 microcoulombs, so it's 5 by 10 to the power of minus 6. I guess very shin doing force that 8.941 Newton. Erased hike, erased kite direction, so hike and plus 2 microcoulomb. Okay, agus sin jeru ceist every ceist every art. Well, an in okay lesson will ceist need in your be. No, an in okay. Just can you yeah, and okay. Just can you the reminder do Kane Tam with us because Gosling you from overtime in maths because what I guess just him to jam with Kane Tam with us. So just then you get a reminder to turn wrong heart in 2 minutes or whatever. Was it okay? He jiggle hooked and wrong heart in you, yeah. Yeah. Right, or be queer you much free question the EJ I guess he jig, but I'd say lucky send 25 minutes all for each one. When we do occasion to rub all them I guess holler egg hey kishilla.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Were then you being question rare? I think that we sample is lower anyway, so it's kind of just follow the sample. Right, so I'm free kist every nui in okay. So kist every nui. During chat, what is the electric field strength halfway between a charge of +3 and a charge of -7 microcoulombs? If the distance between the charges is 40 centimeters. So it is just got a hard diagram. So the charge going. So Kidkun is +3 microcoulombs. I guess then is -7 microcoulomb charge. Okay. If the distance between the charges is 40 centimeters, so 0.4 meters at the charge. Okay. So what is the electric field strength halfway between? So reason we got Bali. So Bali, I guess just see so it reached so Tashmajah, so the 0.2 meters, I guess the shot 0.2 meters. So intact just exactly costing cash so it reached Tashmajah egg a +3 microcoulomb or egg C Marialder +3 microcoulomb. Okay, so it reached due to Q is going 4 pi permittivity 0 to r squared because it reached the majadishin linisha. So it's 3 by 10 to the power of -6 is going 4 pi by 8.9 by 10 to the power of -12 made for 0.2 squared. Because it reached variation doing frigre that 6.706 made for j equal to quick Newton per coulomb. Okay. I guess it reached the Senegal insert source in shin hike and -7 microcoulomb charge. Okay. Now it reached E Marial and -7 microcoulomb charge. So it reached in Q is going 4 pi permittivity EO to r squared. I guess it reached the shin codumla. Now it reached you just take the positive, so 7 by 10 to the power of -6 is going 4 pi by 8.9 by 10 to the power of -12 is it is 0.2 squared. I guess we should doing frigre that 1.565 by 10 to the power of 6 newtons per coulomb. Conyin Marshari Golan also was my phone near to my can't. It's the phone switched off ago, so it's very strange. Anyway, Conyin you got. Well, in your case, it's good. Now, because there's a -7, that means that you got into trough here, it goes towards the -7 microcoulomb charge. Okay, so cost and cash journey we show positive, so if I shot in the change in balance, whereas a time shot to the negative, so right hand into trough here. So it reached to omlan into question shot. Some majorly held net can the one you mask canada. So you to shape punch your shot and you share, maybe for J got to quick plus he punch a quick share a quick maybe for J got to share. I guess variation doing frigre 2.236 by 10 to the power of 6 newtons per coulomb height and luge short microcoulomb. Okay, I guess reached a part journey. Then question, what is the force on a charge of 2 microcoulombs placed at this point? So Mohammed microcoulomb charge ige pontuation chin Jane lock, so it is test going called E cosma F of midi fan lock Q or to F going F cosma EQ. So it is test going portion cosma 2.236 by 10 to the power of 6 midi fa. I guess 2 microcoulomb charges 2 by 10 to the power of -6. I guess variation doing frigre that 4.47 newtons. I guess it reached species height and luge short microcoulomb because force is a vector. Okay. Old question then you be through that. So reached artsney can cash kernel, but the chain differently on na grow negative charge at time shot. So reached rahancha into straw. So can you combination positive, should negative charge. So it is to attraction through the reverse equation, but it is now going to can learn by it charge learn by so much is positive to repulsion so buggy hultation towards. So smooth is the +2 charge attention. So it is to repulsion at the reverse, which gives you a repulsion of 6.706. I guess the attraction and shen call ocean position funyon darnikin. Okay. Now, Kirsten, did you be first?
No, Neil.
All right, right with your right. Could you catch ocean egg on you? Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Right. Now, that's okay. Question, yeah, question. That's into yeah. That's a typical leaving cert examination paper question. So, you can't question the hookers and knees. Where it did yeah charge, you just find the electric field strength at the reverse. You just so it is if you stage my ma heat na question knees or the pepper screw the now question J's question he jig rubber knees jacket because the charger to me. So it is Tashmid like question for a giant. So at what point between a charge of 10 and 5 microcoulombs is the electric field strength 0 if the charges are 1 meter apart? So it is to tashart la charge. I guess it is at what point between the charge? So the plus 10 microcoulombs, I guess plus 5 microcoulomb charge. So then you get a follow more 8 and shaw net will charge C Galway codrumna 0 or the electric field to C to Galway codrumna 0. Okay, so E or this C. I guess kai E away codrumna 0 I get punctuation. Okay. Now I guess this is 1 meter apart. So it is teen matter ocean gujishan. So shini headrod and then you okay this diagram. So Lancashire yenu Corrimaja Lua X and Shaw. So Mutton Fado Shingujishan X then the Fad and Shingulve X minus the 1 meter. So Neston Fad Ogun in terms of X. I guess really what the Mijigative Obrimon is not solve for X. Okay. So Mahashmijov la due to electric field strength Marialder so E egg plus 10 microcoulomb. well, actually, see in short, right? So test going, goal, Gulliver Codumla, so Mohammed Airshan, so Shaw Aber Extension EA, I guess it's Shaw Kurmaja EB. So obviously to EA, I get 10 microcoulomb charge, Gulliver Codumla, EB, I get plus 5 microcoulomb charge. I guess because the inverse identical, therefore, my element, because the inverse positive, we subtract, then we got 0. I get punch C. So shouldn't punch all this. So test good na school EA Codumla EB. So it is just a matter of leading the formula. So head can, so you do 10 by 10 to the power of minus 6 is can 4 pi permittivity. So just come permittivity because there's a call more by 1 x minus 1. Actually, this in context ago. Do you heard the invention? It's 1 meter minus x. So just be clear about vision back to front to go. So it's 1 meter minus x squared. I guess the shin codumla electric field strength due to the 5 microcoulomb charge. So it's 5 by 10 to the power of minus 6 is skun 4 permittivity EO that x squared. Lahana you okay, let's see formula lesson.
Aye.
Yep, perfect. Okay, so it reached to shin I call them all shin. I guess it reached to mid la. I guess it reached equaling 10 to the power of minus 6. I call them all 10 to the power of minus 6 and shin. So to mid la j is gun 1 minus x squared. Codum la quick is gun x squared. I guess it reached, you know, get the whole, I guess shin no obrimo. So you to so just remember this could or generation show us you to 10x squared quadrum quick for 1 minus x squared. So reach me this in the mark, so you to 10x squared quadrum quick minus quick not actually quick made if a heat minus 2x plus x squared. So just because of my ladaj algebra. Okay, so you to 10x squared quadrum quick minus jx plus quick x squared. I had wrote GT wine, so just land with the wasn't shot. So it is you to 10x squared minus 5x squared, so to make 5x squared plus 10x minus quick quadrum 0. So run your hand rather quick, so you to x squared plus dot x luigi here quadrum 0. Then we add the factorizer. So you to x for x heen for heen minus I guess minus no. So nu sin go upper amount doing so kind of minus b formula usage. Okay. So it is kind of minus b, so to x quadrumla minus da plus or minus square root b squared, so sin keher luigi keher for heen for luigi heen a ligis gonna da. So to x quadrumla luigi da plus or minus square root. So keher plus keher, so sin art is gonna da. So to x quadrumla luigi heen plus or minus square root da. And then you okay catch one more square root da. Because square root, can you just count the square root art, you know, it can let 2 square root 2. Okay, so right da amala da with a way, so me five square root 2. Okay, so to figure up in your chin, so figure it to x color quadrumla, so my to shot is showing the calculator la plus square root 2. You to 0.4 you to 0.4142. No, you to minus da punchy keher. Okay. Now, obviously, you higla x if a minus da punchy keher. Kai x if a positive because not this a minus. To go with this more than 1 meter. So reached near single upper. So reached to x go with quadrumla 41.42 centimeters. Okay, on plus 5 microcoulomb charge. Which is okay. I get a hand in you.
Yeah.
We're touching John today, Frank.
Yeah, for just run my shit 0.56 meters from the 10 microcoulomb, so I went from the other side, but it's the same.
Same thing, aye, it'll work out. Aye, so you has to cost last 59 or 58 point.
0.56 meters, so
Yeah,
56.
it's the same thing. Yeah, yeah. Oh, good man. Yeah. So either way, you get the X orange in or X orange in and solve Newton Friedrich. That's all right. Listen, Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Matthew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. So, Brian Ray, could you just one a little bit? Yeah, just you hinge. Okay, so it's just got robot trauma.
0.58, I meant moisture, not 56.
Oh, yes, yeah, it works out the same anyway. Yeah. Okay, so kiss journal, just every hinge. So a charge of 5 microcoulomb and a charge of minus 12 microcoulomb are 30 centimeters apart. So just be careful as you can change off because they can positive because they can negative, right? So what they can plus 5 microcoulombs agus minus 12 microcoulombs. Agus this 30, so 0.3 meters apart. Now, because they can plus, I guess they can minus, I guess the query at what point on the line containing the two charges, so that means it's etnert at a line containing the two charges, is the electric field strength 0. Now, must mention this are kist ever nuyen the re plus I guess minus or going mean charge electric field strength gal balance I guess we can a gal towards the minus 12 faster. So because the vertical bala kerne, that means we need to add. So what the Harlan is when you 0 electric field strength, it has to be outside. I guess you know million testing cash into Kuruma during at what point on the line containing the two charges. So it's actually against you that go to go away two muy done yet charge. So it's a go away at near the win chaw at you all e codumla 0. So Kaimedinian fought chaw or bruma. So Mohammedania extra shaw, I guess the shaw go away 0.3. Okay. So it reached was okay, jigging on the road to my retention because the summon vertical shaw la yellow, so therefore Kahi charge of it we done so to e to the so smooth as a charge and to can go balance which is e to the a I guess can go balance e to the b I guess the skull of a quadrum la yellow. Okay, so it reached Tasha off la e to the a quadrum la e to the b. So I get punching Sean Shaw to charge got a balance got equal to charge got a balance. So it is being just some x la 0.3. So Mahashmid lishe 12 microcoulomb charge. Okay, so then 12 microcoulomb charge.
Does it not have to be on the other side of the 5 microcoulomb because there's nothing stopping the particle there from just going to the minus 12? Does it not have to be outside the plus 5?
Actually, think hard, I would say. It is because it should be on this side actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, think hard. The Gerishon of you done wrong, Frank.
The plus 5 is pushing it away on the left side of the plus 5. So if it was on the right side of the minus 12, there's nothing pushing it away, so it would just go.
It would just continue on forever and ever. Yes. So so it is before Gamucha irritation. So it is just image X irritation. I guess it is. This is your EA equals EB in short. I guess it is called in the two directions. Okay. So the whole free chan to me fall 12. So Mohashmitlish a 12 microcoulomb charge. So 12 by 10 to the power of minus 6 is gone reach 4 pi permittivity 0 midifa 0.3 plus x. So to me fall x plus 0.3 squared. Reach is the shin quadrum 5 by 10 to the power of minus 6 is gone 4 pi permittivity the x squared. Okay, So reached, you need to do the cancellations just costing ceisteanna. So right, 10 to the minus 6 amala 10 to the minus 6. Right, shen amala shen agus the midfaka la doyeg is gan 0.3 plus x squared. Codum la quick is gan x squared. And the reached we just go and solve a good algebra. So you to doyeg x squared. Codum la quick for 0.3 plus x squared. So you to doyeg x squared. Codum la quick bracket, so 0.3 by 0.3, 0.09 plus 0.6x plus x squared. We're all right, listen? Just, and then you okay, listen?
Aye.
Yep. I guess the reached him for 12x squared. Codum la, now quick for 0.09, so it's 0.45 plus 3x. Quick for say 30 plus 5x squared. Okay, now it reached very much a hundred trasning GT1, so you to 7x squared minus 3x minus 0.45. Cosmos 0. Now, Frank, just no, not Frank, Joe, cash short it out me into the addition and that maths. Could you to solve?
I would just do a minus b.
Minus b. Would you get rid of the decimal place first, or would you just stick it into the formula?
I just throw it in the formula.
Formula, yeah. Either way, Carwy that you are rated at 0.45 and change it to 1. I will surely give it to. I'll probably give you more fractions. But at least, yeah, we'll 100 cast, just stick it into the formula. It's probably easier. Right, okay, just thinking out loud here. Right, so at least x equals, so minus b, so it's in 3 plus or minus square root 9 minus ceacht for a shart for b is minus 0.45. A leakiscan at all. So x equals, so more bruntish shin leaky more what the figure do for shin Frank.
Plus is 0.546 and minus is and the other one is minus 0.12.
I guess minus 0.1 minus 0.12. Okay.
Yeah.
Now x negative is impossible. So in the should be minus because we have an actual length. So it reached x is equal to 0.5463. So it reached frigere. He gets all 54.63 centimeters on plus 5 microcoulomb charge. Okay, I guess in cast over the hinge. Okay, I guess shouldn't judging chapters. Now, out chapters, it's definitely worth a connection Olam Gomai because American do your past papers, chapter 2 took either lekist or kishomlan in these are the forces between charges and the electric field strength between charges. Okay. Plan, you okay, listen?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 3 minutes till it's pretty much 11 o'clock. So we'll clean image and chin. So whether image Tosh image chapter 20.1 I guess chapter mark could you give maths later on. Was it okay? Oh, the maths name he jiggle hug so 20 past 11 double. Frank, what is it in music?
Yeah,
so at least we might just call a whole free kiss to J and then we're just going to move on to the next section. Right. Because it might be kind of short and all a genuine exercise away. We, if you want to watch all good by now, we just have to move on and we'll move on to the rates of change. I think that the alright rates of change anyway. That's good speed is dy dx or in that case and so on. Acceleration d squared y dx squared. It's already good. So, but BJ Yenimson, you've recorded or so we're just going to stop and record.